Hey everyone, my name's Jared Bush. Some of you might know me as Jared Bush, and these are MSI's latest Intel 11th gen powered laptops, which they've invited me to showcase for you. So let's begin with the most affordable and then work our way up to the beast. Starting with the Katana GF66, we get a low cost of entry with minimal feature sacrifice. And with this laptop, MSI partnered with the famous Japanese illustrator Tsuyoshi Nagano to create this clean, minimalist design with a touch of attitude. Now, while it doesn't include every port ever invented, you're still covered with the essentials, which includes 3 USB-A ports, a single USB-C, network and HDMI ports, and an audio combo jack. Now, the 15.6-inch 1080p 144Hz display is great for competitive gaming, watching content, or even a little content creation with its near 100% sRGB color gamut. There's a full layout red backlit keyboard with a bunch of gamer-ready shortcuts, and with MSI Dragon Center, you can adjust system performance by overclocking the GPU and setting some custom fan profiles. Now, for gaming performance, this model comes with a Core i7-11800H, an RTX 3060, and 16 gigs of RAM, which means hitting triple-digit FPS at high to ultra settings in competitive games is no sweat. It's a good entry-level gaming laptop that opens up the magic of PC gaming for people with lower budgets in mind. Next up is the GS76 Stealth. Now this is a super nice laptop. We've got that slim and ultra clean black aluminum chassis with the murdered out dragon logo, smooth edges and clean lines. It just looks so good. There's a healthy selection of ports with 2 USB-A ports, an audio combo jack, network port, 2 USB-C ports with one of them supporting Thunderbolt 4, an HDMI out, and an SD card reader. The 17-inch display sports a 1080p IPS panel at 240 Hz, so gaming's gonna feel great, especially competitive games after dropping the graphic settings down to low to max out that refresh rate, but also look great for more cinematic action games with that large display. Now we've got another full layout keyboard here with per-key RGB lighting from SteelSeries and your gamer-ready shortcuts across the top. The touchpad's nice and wide and has super smooth glide, feels like your finger's on ice. And we've also got a couple of upward-firing DIN audio stereo speakers flanking both sides, which sound fantastic. And of course, you can further tune your audio profile with the Neemic Audio app. The Stealth model I have here comes with a Core i7-11800H, RTX 3070, and 32 gigs of RAM with the ability for some light overclocking in the MSI Center app. So achieving over 60 FPS on AAA titles and triple-digit FPS on competitive titles isn't a problem here. And with that massive 99.9 watt-hour battery, the Stealth should be able to carry most people through a full day of work. So yeah, like I said, it's a super nice laptop. In fact, it's an all-around great laptop with that clean design, good performance, nice display, great speakers, and that huge battery. The Pulse GL66 is next up, and with this one, the full aluminum chassis was designed by Belgian 3D artist Martin Verhoeven, who's contributed to movies like The Avengers and a bunch of others, and it shows with this futuristic heavy design. It has 3 USB-A ports, a single USB-C, network port, HDMI out, and an audio combo jack. There's a 1080p 144Hz 15.6-inch IPS display, which produces some nice colors in game. The keyboard produces some nice colors too, but while it isn't per-key RGB, we can still customize the backlighting. Now, this GL66 comes with a Core i7-11800H, RTX 3070, and 16 gigs of RAM, with of course support for some light overclocking. So hitting above 60 FPS with low settings in Battlefield 2042, for example, even in its current state, isn't a problem. Anyways, I think it has a pretty cool looking design. It's got all the basic quality of life gaming laptop features and brings the horsepower to back it up. All right, now moving on to something for the creators out there. You know how I said the Stealth is a nice laptop? Well, the Creator Z16 is a super duper nice laptop. I mean, just look at this thing. It's light, thin, sleek, sexy, just like me before I got married. Anyways, it has 2 USB-A ports, an audio combo jack, micro SD card reader, and 2 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports. So if you wanted to connect an external display and an eGPU at the same time, you're not limited by bandwidth, power, or lack of ports. The 16-inch True Pixel touchscreen display is fantastic with a 16:10 aspect ratio, which photo editors should appreciate. It has a 2560 by 1600 resolution at 120 Hz with an impressive 100% DCI-P3 color gamut coverage. So colors are super accurate, images are sharp and clear, and contrast is fantastic. If you're a photographer or video creator, man, you're gonna love this display. It's really nice. The deck features a compact keyboard with mini LED per-key RGB backlighting by SteelSeries, a fingerprint reader, as well as a nice and wide touchpad with fantastic finger glide. There's a couple of bottom-firing DIN audio stereo speakers that sound absolutely fantastic with deep mids and great lows. And with a large 90 watt-hour battery, you shouldn't have any problems cranking out some work hours on the go. This model comes with a Core i9 11900H, RTX 3060, and 64 gigs of RAM, so Carving it up while photo or video editing should feel like butter. And, you know, even though the Z16 wasn't designed specifically for gaming, you can still get away with games like BF 2042 and get over 60 FPS on low settings if you drop the resolution down to 1920 by 1200. And since it's got the Intel Killer AX1675 Wi-Fi 6E card installed, network latency doesn't appear to be an issue. So yeah, excellent choice for creators looking to upgrade to a new, serious workstation with the ability for some light gaming. And finally, we arrive at the beast, the GE76 Raider. Now, you can tell this is a gaming laptop a mile away from the angular design bits to the RGB light bar in the front. There's plenty of I/O with 3 USB-A ports, an SD card reader, USB-C, and an audio combo jack on the sides, with more on the rear, including a mini display port, Thunderbolt 4, network, HDMI, and of course the power port. The 17-inch 1080p IPS display features a massive 360Hz refresh with a 3 millisecond response and puts out some nice, bright, punchy colors with some display profiles you can pick from with the MSI True Color app. Just a wicked display for gaming. On the deck, we've got some upward firing DIN audio stereo speakers on both sides of the keyboard, which get loud and sound awesome. And then of course the full layout keyboard with per key RGB lighting from SteelSeries. And even though no one gamed on battery, we get another huge 99.9 watt-hour battery, so it's still useful while unplugged. Now the model I've got here comes with a beastly Core i9-11980HK, an RTX 3080, and 32 gigs of RAM with, of course, the option for some light overclocking. On low settings, Battlefield 2042 ran like butter, sitting around 90 to 100 FPS, and competitive titles like Overwatch on high settings were seeing around 250 FPS. This is a high-performance machine that'll take anything you throw at it, including content creation with that heavy-duty 11th gen Core i9. And on top of all that, you've got a big battery, great display, and awesome speakers. So there you have it, MSI's Intel 11th gen laptop lineup. There's a dragon for everyone. That was cheesy. That was cheesy.